Hello, welcome back to my channel. These are all of my cookbooks and like recipe things. And I have decided, inspired by Lauren from Lauren and the Books, that I want to cook my way through one of these cookbooks. Because, as you can see, I have not a lot, but a few. And I am just really uninspired with cooking because I'm a picky eater. I have some food sensitivities and allergies, so there's a lot of stuff I can't eat or won't eat. Yeah, so I'm figuring a lot of these I don't need to keep anymore because there's probably not a lot of them that I can use to the fullest extent. But I am going to commit to cooking through a full cookbook. It might not be one of these. I have actually gotten a couple out of the library, and to be honest, they look much more enticing than any of these do. But I will have a look through and see if I'll pick one of the ones I own, or if I will unhaul any of these. Spoiler alert, there are already a couple I am unhauling. The first one is this one, which is like healthy organic food. Eat yourself beautiful without gluten, sugar, and milk. And there should be a bunch of recipes in here that I can eat at least, but having a quick flip through, it's just not really my style of food. Also, I do live alone, so I'm not going to eat a giant pot roast like this. So this one is a goodbye. Then we have one of the low carb, high fat books. This is like year round, and again, it's I actually don't think it's necessarily gluten free, but I don't think there's a lot of gluten in it because of the low carb thing. But having a look through this, it's also a bunch of really involved recipes and stuff that I don't really like. Like, I don't like, this is just white asparagus, I don't like that. Salmon, I don't like. Lamb, what's it called? Lamb, leg of lamb or whatever. I don't like lamb, and I live alone, so. And all of this cabbage stuff, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah, cucumber avocado soup with shrimp, I don't like that. A cold squash lasagna, like that just doesn't sound enticing to me, so this is also goodbye. Then we have the River Cottage Cookbook by Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, and I actually love Hugh. Years ago I watched his show about his like river cottage and his homesteading journey, and I think he does really great things, but this one is more of a homesteading book than it is a cookbook, and I don't need to know how to keep pigs because I don't ever plan on keeping pigs. And like a lot of the stuff, there are some recipes in here, but again, a lot of the stuff is just not really for me. So I think someone else might enjoy this book better than I will. And the last one so far that I have already looked through is Jamie Oliver's Ministry of Food. It's like anyone can learn to cook. And this one is pretty much basic recipes, and I feel like the basic recipes I like, I already have a good recipe for that. So like I have a good spaghetti bolognese, I have a good lasagna, I have, you know, a good mashed potato recipe, and all the other stuff in here, like this jalfrezi, which I don't really know what it is, but like curry stuff is not really my jam, and soups are not really my jam either. Yeah, and again, there's also a lot of big dinners in here. So like chili con carne, I also have a recipe that I like for that. So yeah, I feel like I don't really need this. Again, there's like a pork roast here. I'm not going to eat that. And if we as a family eat together, then someone else has done the cooking. So Jamie will also have to go. So now I will have a look through some of these and see if one of those will be my project or if they are leaving my house. This is actually a homemade one that my mom started for me, and it's my cake cookbook. But I'm gluten-free, so a lot of these first cakes and cookies and stuff aren't really doable anymore. It's not everything that you can just switch out normal flour for gluten-free flour and have it work. So a lot of this stuff is not really applicable anymore, but there are some good recipes in here still, like my mom's meatballs and a lasagna, and there's also some sheet cakes and stuff you can just mix out or swap out the gluten-free flour to do that. So yeah, then we have some muffins, and again you can do the switch out with those. There's Japanese croquettes that we got in Japan that I liked. So I am gonna keep this one just pretty much for the nostalgia. And we also have Donald Duck's cookbook, and this is from my childhood, so I am keeping this one. I doubt that there's a lot of recipes you can do in here, but we did always make this, where is it? We made like a ham and mayo sandwich thing, and that was really good. And then we also made what's it called? Oatmeal. These ones, coconut oatmeal balls, and maybe I should try making those again. It has been many years, but yeah. Again, in here there are probably a few things that I would not be making, like a prune pie. Not for me, I think, but thank you. But yeah, I'm keeping this just for the vibes. And I have a whole bunch of recipes from HelloFresh, and I think I only saved the ones I really like. So I'll go through these and then I will put them in my recipe folder. There were a bunch I definitely wanted to keep, but there were also a few rejects that I apparently had saved anyway, but I don't think I will use those because the shrimp bowl, I remember this not being fantastically great, and I thought I liked like halloumi cheese grill, but I don't apparently. I had a couple of recipes in here and I don't know, they just weren't hitting for me, so they can go. And we still have a chunk. This was apparently a cookbook I made for myself, I think when I started going gluten-free, because I was struggling with what to cook. So I have things in the oven with cheese on it, things that look like meatballs or hamburgers, bready things, cakes, sides, sauces and soups. But having looked through them, I don't have a lot of recipes written down, and the ones I do, I don't really feel like I need to keep, because they honestly don't look that good. And as for the bready things, I have found the Loopy Whisk, which is really good. I have made a few things from her website already, and they are some of the best gluten-free bready things I have tried. So I think I'm just going to get rid of this one. We also have Dream Food, optimize your sleep with the right diet. And there's a lot of like supposedly sleep boosting stuff in here about what you should eat to get a better sleep. But again, a lot of this is just like an omelette. I know how to make an omelette, and yeah, not really for me, so this one can go too. Then we have another low carb high fat book, and it's just eat yourself full and happy. I've had this for a while and I haven't really done a whole lot of the recipes out of here. Again, I feel like a lot of these recipes are very involved, and I don't like cooking, so I want my recipes to be pretty quick. And yeah, there's also a lot of like, it's of course it's a diet, so there's a lot about how you use the diet and what you can expect from results and stuff. Yeah, and I don't really feel like I need to do the diet. Not so much that I want to switch out my rice with cauliflower rice. I'm just like, no thank you. And like chicken kebab, I feel like I know how to do that. Yeah, so this one can go too. Then we have the low FODMAP diet, and this is the one that I am actually doing. I'm not doing it, but I'm trying. There are a few things I am avoiding because of the FODMAPs. But yeah, again, very involved, so I don't think I will be using this to make a whole lot of recipes, because this is like giant shrimp with cilantro. I don't like shrimp, I don't like cilantro. Smoked salmon, I don't like. Let's see, the crackers and the smoothies, I feel like I know how to do. A lot of porridge from buckwheat and stuff like that. And this is, I think they also take you through like the elimination phase and whatnot, but I did that in January of this year, so now I am experimenting with stuff I can reintroduce. And I just feel like flipping through, there's not a whole lot here that I want to eat, that I can't find recipes from elsewhere. So I think I will get rid of this one too. Then we have Tanya. Love Tanya from Tanya Burr. This is more so a lifestyle book from, she was a YouTuber back in the day, like, what was it, 2010, I think. And there's all sorts of stuff in here, like about beauty and fashion and her life and yada yada. But there are also some recipes. And I have to say, the, let's see, I have it here. The lemon loaf is really great. As you can see, I have used it a bunch of times. So yeah, I'm not sure if I want to keep this just for the one recipe, but I feel like, again, can I really donate it with like better on the pages? But you know, these cookies are also pretty great, but they're kind of hard to make gluten-free. I don't think they are as great gluten-free as they are original or whatever. But yeah, so that's pretty much the only recipe I use here, so I can just transcribe that and keep it in my recipe folder. Then we have another wheat-free, gluten-free cookbook. And again, like all the gluten-free cooking, I feel like is very involved with the mixing and the cutting and the, I don't know. I just don't enjoy cooking. And again, these recipes just don't look like they're for me. I feel like I had another point with this, but I have since forgotten it. But this one can go. And this one is the climate cookbook. So I'm assuming there's some climate friendly recipes in here. But that was something with a lamb, and that's crab meat. I'm guessing that's also a lot of fish. Doesn't sound like me. Yeah, it's like a shop locally and in season, so it gives you a list of what you can buy, and then you can make all these things with them. But again, these just don't look like something I would enjoy either cooking or eating. And this is like, oh, save the meat. It's divided into weeks, so this is transportation. Let's see. Or I guess it's like, think about where your food is transported from, and how you transport it. It says like, pick up your groceries on a bike so that you save on fuel. But yeah, I think this one can go too. This is my Elvis Presley cookbook, and I highly doubt that I will eat anything from here, but I'm pretty sure my parents gave it to me for Christmas or my birthday one year, so I was a huge Elvis fan when I was younger, so I'm going to keep it for the vibes. Then we have another book called Baking Without Gluten, and I feel like, I don't know, a lot of the gluten-free recipes I found in Denmark are very involve like a lot of different what do you call it, flours, like chestnut flour and buckwheat and soy flour and I don't know, all sorts of weird stuff. So so here it's like water, yeast, corn flour, soy flour, buckwheat flour, rice flour, salt, husk, psyllium husk, is that what it's called? Yeah, so I just feel like you need a lot of stuff for that, and you do need, like I've said, I use the loopy whisk for my gluten-free baking, and the recipes there also involve different flours, but it's like rice flour, buckwheat flour, and potato flour that you can use. And those are quite easily available to me, where a lot of these like soy flour I wouldn't know where to get. And I have been very happy with the things I have been baking from the loopy whisk, so I think I'll just stick to her, and then this one can go. And this is a recipe for bokashi, which is compost, where you make it in like a little bucket inside. It's usually used in cities if you don't have a garden where you can compost. And I did it for a little while, but I think I made like 1 or 2 rounds, and it wasn't stinky in the apartment, but when you went to dig it down somewhere, it was so stinky, and the buckets would still be really stinky afterwards. Like, again, you put a lid on it so it didn't really stink in the apartment, but I don't know. And now I do have a garden, and I do have a giant compost pile, so I just make normal compost. Then we have another river cottage. This is veg every day, so it's vegetarian, and I'm not gonna lie, I could probably do with some more veggies in my diet, because I'm terrible at it, and especially with the low FODMAP thing, I've cut out a lot of vegetables and only reintroduced a few. And yeah, I'm not great at buying them, because again, I live alone, so a lot of times food just go bad for me. So for lunch today I had scrambled eggs and some chicken and not a vegetable inside. So yeah, I should probably be better at that. So actually I'm going to save this and see if this will do for my project. And either way, I think I'm going to keep it, because I really do like Hugh Fernley Whitting's stall, and I feel like this is like a full recipe book, so there must be something in here that I can make. I have another of his. It's 3 good things on a plate, and the basis is 3 good things on a plate. So like mussels, leeks and cider, beans, olives and mozzarella, asparagus, new potatoes, halloumi. Yeah, I feel like this might not be for me, and I might get rid of that. I'll have a little flip through and get back to you. This doesn't look like it's for me, with all my picky eating, so this one can go and hopefully find a new home elsewhere. It's like an anti-inflammatory diet. Supposedly it's better digestion, stable blood sugar and more energy. And I feel like I can always use some more energy. But again, like these look very healthy. And when I say, and also like very involved, and when I say a recipe is very involved, I mean you gotta go out of your way to get the ingredients, you gotta go out of your way to prepare them the right way, you gotta really cook and like get out your knives, your chopping boards, your pots and pans, and yada yada, and like really go at it and spend time in the kitchen, you know. And I love things where you can just put things in the oven and leave it for 20-30 minutes while you go do something else. So I don't think this is for me either. And Lauren from Lauren and the Books has this cookbook she really likes called The Green Roasting Tin, which is basically just putting stuff in a roasting tin and putting it in the oven. So I think if I can get a hold of that, I might check that out, because that sounds more like my kind of deal with cooking. But this one can go. We have another low carb, high fat cookbook. So again, I'm feeling like this one can probably go. This seems very involved again, and with like stuff I don't like. A lot of fish here, some a lot of broccoli and cauliflower, and that is what's it called? Not low FODMAP as far as I can remember. So yeah, and all these breakfast, and again a lot of about the diet and how you do it and stuff. So this one can go to the pickle book. And I was actually thinking, because radishes are low FODMAP, so, but they are not in this one, or maybe they are, let's see, 135. Here we go. There's carrots at least. I am trying to grow those in my garden. Beetroot. No. More beetroot. Okay. Well, I might keep this one just for a little while and see, because I do have some blackberries, I think they're called, in the garden, and blueberries. So, and what's it called? Himba. Raspberries, I think it's in English. So, and some tomatoes. So we'll see. Maybe I will try to pickle some stuff. Then we have this little pile left, and this is 100 exciting recipes with potatoes, but I don't know. I think it's just gonna go. This is drinks. I don't really drink drinks, so this says good food is always in fashion, but this is looking very vintage. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one too. This is also just a little like supermarket recipe thing about potatoes, and another about soups, so they can go. This is also a little one my mom made. I think this is like Christmas themed, so I am going to keep this just for the vibes. Let's see, I thought I saw someone. I think this might be my own handwriting. Oh yeah, popcorn with chocolate. With chocolate covering. And if you don't think you get fat enough from popcorn with butter, try turning them in chocolate, okay? I'm hoping I just copied that from someone else. That's kind of funny. Okay, but yeah, so I'm keeping that. So this is what we're keeping, and this is what we are getting rid of. All of this pile, and then there's some like stuff that I'm just going to throw out, because this is just like Hello Fresh recipes and stuff. So yeah, I will have a look through the veg every day and see if I can see myself eating everything in that book. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I'm not really interested in, either because it's dough or like bread based, or it's got mushrooms in it, which is not great for me. So I don't think I'll pick this one for my project, but I will keep it because there are still a few recipes in here that I really like, and some that I want to try. So I will have to find another book for my project, but I am hopeful about the ones that I have home from the library. So we'll have a look about that, and I will put these back in my cupboards, and I will get rid of these. I will donate or sell them, or maybe try to sell some of the nicer looking ones. Let's see. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.